Thanks for joining us, America. Carolyn is in Gainesville, Georgia. Hi, Carolyn. Welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show.
Hi, thank you. My question for you is my husband and I are concerned about our 21-year-old son who's just going to be finishing his third year in college in the end of April. And he and his fiancée, who they actually have dated each other and nobody else since ninth grade in high school, want to get married in May. And our concern is, you're not through school yet and you don't have jobs. But yet he's been a big fan of yours since high school because he took an economics course and his coach teacher actually did your program with them, with his class. So he's telling me, I said, what do you think Dave Ramsey would think about this? And he says, well, we've got our $1,000 backup already saved, and that's all I can get out. So should we be concerned? Should we let him sink or swim?
How is he paying for school now, and how is she paying for school now and living expenses now?
They have gotten scholarships. They're good students, and then we have helped some with his finances. I really don't know everything about hers.
Mm-hmm.
They do both work part-time jobs.
Mm-hmm. And so, if they were to both continue doing exactly what they're doing, and you and her parents were continue to do what you're doing, why would they not be able to finish school?
Quite honestly, my husband and I feel like once you say I do, you really should be a man. I mean, we're from the old school. Unfortunately, Alan's born to older parents.
Mm-hmm.
He couldn't help that, but we feel that way.
Mm-hmm.
We feel like he should be responsible, and if he makes his life now, he should go on with it. He shouldn't, we shouldn't be there to pick up the pieces if he flunks.
Mm-hmm. Well, I wasn't wanting him to flunk.
Well, I don't want him to either.
I'm just saying, you're willing to support him now, but you're unwilling to support him just until he finishes school simply because of the marriage, and yet you don't dislike the girl.
No, absolutely not. No, I guess that's my one of my questions. Should we just go ahead and, do everything the same?
Unless you feel like he's doing something that is wrong, and like, for instance, quitting school would be wrong, okay?
Absolutely, yeah.
Or if you feel like he's not going to finish school because of this, or if you feel like they are engaging in some other things. But I think the thing that the talk with, if it were to happen at our house, would sound like, here's the problem, whatever his name is. What's his first name?
Alan.
Here's the problem, Alan. If I'm giving you money, now I have the right to speak into your house. And it's going to be tough for you to be man of this house while I'm supporting you like you're still a college student.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be a difficult year for you relationally if we agree to continue to support you like this, because we're going to require you to do the same things we've always required you to do, and yet you're, quote, a married man, unquote. So it'll be difficult. It'll be a difficult period of time, a difficult adjustment. But if you can sit down with the two of them and even with her parents and the six of you have a powwow about what this is going to look like, I think it can be done. I don't think it's a deal breaker because you didn't tell me the girl's doing drugs or you didn't tell me all this other stuff. She's a good kid and you're happy she's coming into the family. The only thing you don't like is the timing, and the other thing you've just got this thing you're stuck on of when you're married you ought to be on your own.
Yeah, and you have a job. Oh, my Lord, have a job.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you that the reason I'm answering this way is I always felt a long time kind of like you did. And my daughter, my middle one, Rachel Cruz, that does all of our speaking, she got married with one semester of college left. And her husband had just graduated. And so we continued to pay her tuition and give her the living expenses through that one semester that we would have had she not gotten married. He worked a job, during that time, and then they, of course, after she graduated, they moved to Nashville, and she joined my team here as a speaker, which was our overall plan as well. But, I'm not going to tell you have to cut somebody off because they're married, because I didn't. And so it'd be kind of hypocritical on my part to tell you to do one thing when I did something else. But again, Rachel married a guy that we're just amazingly thrilled with. He's an amazing young man, and his mom and dad are awesome people, and we really, we got the best of son-in-laws in both cases.
Well, we will get the best of daughter-in-laws, in our opinion, now.
But now we did have the discussion of, hey, Winston and Rachel, if I'm giving Rachel money for school, and we're giving her a little bit of living expenses, which is what we were going to do anyway, because he worked a little basic job working for his dad. You guys are you're committing to us and allowing us to look over your shoulder and kind of interfere in your life during this first 6 months because, you're jumping the gun on this thing.
Okay.
And that was how we worked it out. But we just had a lot of real clear communication that our expectations for how you do things haven't changed, and if you get married and then you decide you're going to do a whole bunch of things differently because you're the man of the house now, well, I'm going to cut your dadgum money off, and then you're going to have a real problem.
Okay.
And so, but that's how we did it in that case. It wasn't a full year; it was only one semester, but it was enough that it made us nervous. So I get why you're nervous.
All right. Well, thank you. At least I'm not completely off the wall being nervous. And
no, I think because I'll tell you, it's really a good idea, and you're really being I think you said old school, but I think it's the right way for parents to not be so stinking involved in the details of their married kids' lives. He's supposed to be man of the house.
Yes, exactly.
And you don't want to put him in a situation where he's still being supported by his mom and dad while he's married. That's the rub in this discussion, and I think you're wise to have those feelings. The only thing I might push on you is just, I think there might be a way to work it out since there's no objection to the kid, the young lady that he's marrying. I wouldn't fall on my sword over this one personally. And again, I have to be honest and transparently, I didn't. It really wasn't our plan. We told the kids, you're going to get married after college. That was pretty much the deal all along. But then, hey, they came in and said, we have this idea and this is what we want to do. And we went, not our first choice. Okay, let's talk about this some more. And it worked out fine. But it had to do with the quality of the people involved. And they played through and they finished their, both of them finished their degrees and everything like that. So that's a big deal. It's a good discussion to have. Tony is in Indianapolis. Hi, Tony. Welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show.
Hi there. Good to speak to you.
You too. How can I help?
Well, quick question for you. I know your thoughts on getting loans and everything else, but here's a question in regards to that. If you go into school, you can get completely reimbursed by your employer at the very end, having no money left.
They don't reimburse by semester?
It would be by semester, but after the semester, once you turn everything in, they pay 100%.
How much does a semester cost?
It's going to be less than $3,000 for community college.
You don't have $3,000?
What's that?
You don't have $3,000?
No, I just got the $1,000 saved in the emergency fund.
Okay, good.
But with it being completely reimbursed and then being able to get a job that actually pays, just wonder what your thoughts were on that.
A job that actually pays? I'm sorry, you don't have this job now?
No, I'll be going into education.
At the time, and they're the ones paying for this?
Yes.
So why couldn't they just hire you now and then you get the degree as you could?
No, I'm sorry. No, the school wouldn't, but my current part-time employer
I see.
Pick up the money.
Yeah. Tony, I don't borrow money. Too many things go wrong in these scenarios. You get fired from that employer halfway through the semester, and then you've got a student loan hanging around your neck for $3,000. And no, I'm going to scrape together the money. I'm going to figure out some other way to get somebody to pay for it. I'm going to talk somebody into advancing it maybe against your pay, but I'm not borrowing the money. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.